Hello everybody, this is Bench85. Welcome back to another episode of Surviving Minecraft. Today we are going to finish up, hopefully, the mechanism ore processing that I've been setting up here. I've got some of the machines laid out, I've got power run to them, and we're starting with Tier 2. If you remember, Tier 1, actually I should say Tier 0 is just simply the furnace, and that's a 1-to-1 ratio. And then behind me here is the enrichment chamber, which I think I'm going to go back to here, which gives you two. It creates two dusts, which goes to the furnace, which smelts them into ingots. We are working on Tier 2, which triples our output. And actually I can put my conveyors back down because I've got a power line running underneath there to all my machines. And there's exactly enough conveyor belt. There's exactly one stack of conveyor belts in this whole setup. Oop, missed one there. It's funny how perfectly that worked out. Okay. So, what Tier 2 works out is you use the purification chamber. You put your, in this case, if we're just going for triple, you put your ore in the top and you give it oxygen. So what we need to do is we need to break down our water, and I made a tesseract here that handles water so that I can put water anywhere, which is going to be important when we get a little bit further in here. I got the water line running over to here. This separator is making oxygen and it is dumping the hydrogen because we don't need it. So then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need some tubes. So I want to craft up maybe about 20 of these guys, hopefully, and we'll let them start cooking up while we do this. And this should get me my oxygen. I think we're just going to run it like so, and we'll go up over the top to here. So let me grab a couple more. Should be crafted up. There we go. I absolutely love auto crafting. So we should be able to run it across the top here. Just like that. So we should have oxygen going into here, which we do. This guy should be running again. Oh, he is struggling for power. And the problem is I don't really have the gold. I think I can make 6 of the energy upgrades. Yeah, and then I'm out of gold again. I've got full speed upgrades in him and no energy upgrades, so he's trying to pull a whole lot of power. Although he should be able to get power. I would think. Unless something is unless there's a problem with my system. But as far as I knew, I've got good power coming over here. So let me give it some, no. Let's give it some energy upgrades. Should help it out. Should use a lot less energy. Hopefully. Maybe we should pull some out. How about that? Does that work any better? No. So why are you showing is not having any power? Do you not connect there? It's showing a connection. Nope, did not want to do that. Maybe he can't get power from that side. But I thought he could. No, it is pulling in power. It's just not pulling in a lot. Question is why? Got energy in the cell. Energy to the conduits. Energy runs up here. Trying to remember where I have that running straight through. Aha, right here it is. Same power system that goes to there. See, it runs down here, runs all the way along here. Well, now it's working, but it's still struggling for power. Now it's catching up. Have to look at that because that is interesting. But let me grab an ore and let's see if it processes. We'll drop a piece of iron over here. So the idea is that it runs into here. What we'll do is we'll increase the efficiency. If you notice, you can put in gas, which increases the efficiency of what gets used. Yep, clumps go into here. Should get turned into a dirty dust, which goes to here, which gets turned into a regular dust, which goes into the smelter. That gets cooked. And goes into here, and we have an iron ingot. Ho ho, I think it's working. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? This is why I wanted to use the conveyor belts, because they're pretty awesome looking. So we've got that set up. This guy, however, to get to 4 times processing is going to require hydrogen chloride. And we need to build a salination plant. Do you remember how to do that? It's not the funnest thing. It's going to take a whole lot of copper. A whole lot. How much copper do I have in the system? Not enough, I'll tell you that much. Actually, it goes by a different name now. It goes by... Well, it's still listed as a salination plant. At least in there, but now it's going right here, solar evaporator. Here we go. So we need the regular blocks. Oh ho ho. So here's how we're gonna do it. We are gonna make sure we do this with patterns. Let me cook up a couple more here, because I want this to be able to auto-craft things. So steel casings it knows how to make. It just doesn't know how to make a block of copper. Actually, this doesn't matter because you only need one of those. And this, I only need a few of the valves. I'm more concerned about this. So the dynamic tank, it needs to know how to make that for sure. So we need at least 1 steel crafted up. Shouldn't take too long. The system is processing quite quickly. So we'll craft that up. And we might as well just tell it to do that, because we're going to need it to craft, or we're going to need at least one of them in order to craft this next part, because it needs the block in it in order to make the pattern. We should probably do also is grab the patterns. And there we go. One solar evaporation block. Now the other thing we could also teach it, if we wanted to, is the solar panels. Notice I'm running out. I'm running out of space in my crafting grid. We may have to expand it. Something to keep in mind. The other block that you're going to need is the solar panels up on top. And you're going to need the big ones. Except I'm not seeing it. Maybe we should put in Mekanism. If I could spell. Where are they? Not seeing them. Well, that's odd. Apparently it's built a little bit differently now. Okay, that is for the reactor. And we are not making the reactor. Oh, you know what? It's a mistake on my part. I forgot about this. I do not have the generators installed in this pack because I didn't have a need for them. I'm not using them for power gen. I need the solar generators in order to make the salination plant, or as they call it, the water, what is it, the solar evaporator plant. So I need to install that in the pack. I guess I'll be back. Alright, so I fixed it. The solar panels, the solar generators are now in here. We can craft them up, if I did it correctly. We will need 4 of them. So we might as well kick them in. And we don't have what we need. I figured as much. Well, that's okay. We're going to need the copper anyways. By the way, if you want to know how much copper it takes to build one of these, and I just did the math, it takes 1,696 ingots of copper. We have 781. The way I figured it, we need to process 5 more stacks of copper at 3 times processing. So I'm just going to throw these out on the belt. And we're just going to let them go. Might take a little bit. And on top of that, I guess we're going to have to get ourselves some more gold. Let's see here. I got some space in here, so might as well turn this baby on and hope we pull in some gold. Maybe. There was a piece of gold. There's some gold. I need some iron too, but iron's easy. We got plenty here, but the gold is what we're short on. I also got some diamonds to show up, so I put that into the processing. So it's going to be a waiting game now. Waiting game for a lot of items to come in and a lot of items to process. And then this whole chest can be processed. I will be glad when that day comes, because there's a lot of items in here, and I want them all to be going into my AE system, not sitting here waiting to be processed. So I will be back when I actually have some copper. Alright guys, not gonna lie, but wow, does that take a lot of processing. It is slow right now to process stuff. unfortunately. I had to run through the 5 stacks of copper that we needed, about a half a stack of gold, and about 3 or 4 stacks of iron. So it's time to make it. Now I could not make 212 in one shot. It was more than 4,000 bytes, because remember I have 4K drives over here, but I can make 200 at once. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys what it takes to build, or how quickly this thing can craft. Now you'll notice most of it is going in first of all to the steel. A lot of effort in the steel. And it doesn't necessarily craft them as quickly as you would like. Well, now it's starting to go. Apparently it started going really fast. Huh. Ooh, that's not good. We are low on the redstone. These guys. I'll put some into there at some point here. But the reason why it was so slow is I can only put so many upgrades into them before I basically take down my entire power grid. And I couldn't put energy upgrades in because I didn't have the gold for it. So it was kind of unfortunate. This guy's rolling. So we've got 80 of them done. 84. That's going to take a while. We need a lot of dynamic tanks. We need a lot of buckets. Oh man. Crazy if I do say so myself. I want to show you guys what it takes to craft them up. It's going to take a little bit. I do have these guys. Of course, they're not going to stack. Which is okay. I must not be in range of my wireless because they're not filling with energy. Oh, they're not at all. Well, that's cool. Oh, because they're not, you can't input energy that way. They have to be from solar, of course. So I should have my redstone stuff. This wireless terminal, oh, it's so amazing. I love having it. So this will be refilled and we'll be good to go again. Not that it could use quite a bit more, unfortunately. Ooh, oh, he's, we need to get this. We need to craft up about 40 of them. Go. Because we are going to run out if we're not careful here. This is why I wish I could automate it a little better, and I've been trying to come up with a way of doing it. I just haven't figured it out yet. We need a lot more than that. Actually, no, we're going to be okay. Oh, wait, no, we got to go back through and do the steel. We're not going to be okay. Oh, we got 6 of them here. I'll just throw them into there. It's got enough to do 89 of them. I think it'll be okay now. Regardless, let me through. The crafting should be picking up now. Yep, see, it's starting to craft these guys because it's crafting tanks at the same time. So basically, once the steel gets up far enough, I think it's 4 of them. It's crafting 3 at a time. It makes a tank and processes them through. So, no, there's still quite a bit more to go. See? There's still 80 left. Yep, we need some more. No big deal. I'm ahead of things. Bingo. Now we're safe. So I'm gonna meet you guys. Should be. I want to try one of these biomes over here and see if this will work. So otherwise, I'll stick it like right here. So we really don't have any deserts around here necessarily, although this is some interesting looking land. I got this jungle over here. Yeah, I'll meet you guys over here somewhere in just a bit. Alright guys, so we are out here actually in the prairie. If I bring up my journey map, I was saying right here, I'm actually right here. Why? This biome is a little bit better than this. This isn't truly desert, it's beach. So it's a 0.8 multiplier. This is a 0.9 multiplier. We want a 2.0, which is where the desert is, but I have done a lot of traveling, and we do not seem to have any sort of a desert or anything like that anywhere around here, so I'm just gonna have to make do with what I have here. So we might as well jump down here. So how this works, if you remember, we make a 4x4 base. Then the plan is to make 16 layers like so. Oh. Hollow layers like this. And hope that my math is correct. And then I have the right number of blocks here. No! This is what happens when I try to place things really fast. Oh yeah, with the step up I should just keep going around. Like so. Now when I dug this out, I think I went down 13 blocks from the surface, which should put the structure a little bit above the surface, which was kind of the goal. Oh. It's not perfect, and I'm not perfect. But I figured it'd be easier this time around to just build it into the ground than to have it stick way up when you have to get to the top to access things. Why not just, you know, bury it in the ground partially? I just wish we could have found a desert. I'm hoping this thing will make enough brine for what I need to do. So this puts us at ground level. I believe that's 13 levels. There's 18 total. So I think what I am gonna do here is not place things there. But I want to be able to put, I've got 3 valves here. I want to put 3 valves in like so. And just keep building up. Oh crap. I was afraid I was going to drop that one all the way to the bottom. Okay, so I think it needs to be one more full layer. Like so, yep. Then we're going to put in what I would consider minus the corners, and we'll put the controller right there. As long as it's facing out, yep it is. And then we want to put in these guys. I'm going to fly for this part because, well, this can be tricky if you don't position yourself correctly. You can get stuck. There, it formed. And I can reach it from here. So it's a 0.9x. It's an 18 full, so full height. We are getting some warmth. I guess we just need some water. So I do have a tesseract here. And I want to see if I can utilize one tesseract to make this work. No, I don't want you. Go away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to configure this guy to send and receive fluid, and I want this to be set for water. So I want to know, are you filling with water? You are. Perfect. Now the question is, yes, it is making brine. If I use one of these guys here, and I do this one to extract, and this guy I want to insert. It's still making brine. Okay. What I want it to do is I want it to give 1 bucket of brine. I need that for my filters here. And I should have brought a chunk loader over here, unfortunately. So she is filling with water. Perfect. A little bit more, a little bit more. What these are ender fluid conduits. And what they do is they allow you to put multiple fluids into one cable, one conduit, if you will. So if that's always active, is it inputting into the tesseract? It inputs some. It needs to have somewhere to go, I believe, in order for it to work. So is there actually water like filling up in here? Oh, it is. I was trying to see if it was actually showing that. We need to fly home quick. And yes, I know I'm flying. It'll be okay. We don't have that far to go, so sometimes it's just easier to do it this way. Otherwise, you guys are going to watch me walk back, or I have to make a cut. I figure, you guys can see how far away it is. And whee! Got a little choppy there. Oh, good. More ender pearls. It's actually what I need, but I don't have enough of them to make tesseracts. That's why I'm trying to do this without tesseracts. I also want to make a chunk loader. Not in there. Chunk loader. These guys. Oh yeah, an enchanting table. We're probably gonna need a book. And we don't have enough paper. Of course not. I was waiting not to have enough of that. Book. Enchanting table. Chunk loader. So I'm curious now if I can do this. If I tell this guy to only extract brine, I'm curious if that's what it'll work, if it'll work that way. Oh, I just realized something. Whew. Can I make? Do I have enough to make one tesseract? No, I need 3 more ender pearls to do that. Darn it. You know, now that I think about it, why do I need? No. No. I bet you I could do it with just regular conduits. I don't have those craftable. Why don't I come back and see if I can set this guy up? So, I actually had enough ender pearls. I came back and there was an enderman that I killed on the way back in, so I'm actually going to drop down a second tesseract. I mean, we might as well stick it like right there. I don't see any reason why we can't. Why do we have a bazillion entities around here? I have a feeling the water's working hard. All I know is I've got a horrible frame rate right now. Wow, really bad frame rate. So where are we at in the crafting? Are you really done already? Nope. No. Did I not press OK or? Start. Okay, now it's working. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. But yeah, it's crafting up the Enderium. Ooh. Basic recipe. Same recipe that we've been using the Enderium blend. Did I show you guys this, by the way? Frames are still not the greatest. That I have, oh, that's interesting. There's an ME interface here that'll kick in ender pearls and the empty frame. And then this guy here distributes between the two. It's filtered. There, it just got stuck in. Magma Crucible melts it down, sticks it into here, and then once there's 4, then it fills it, sends it back to craft for the final part. I have got serious frame problems at the moment. Okay, it's really bugging me, so I want to relog, and I'll come right back. Alright, by the looks of things, we are making progress. Let's see, we need it to be facing, I want it to be facing this way. So it should, oh, I think this needs to be flipped. Is that working now? There we go, now we got chlorine, and we've got, oh wait, I need hydrogen. Ooh. Darn it, not oxygen, I need hydrogen. Okay, we can be creative about this. I need a little bit more conduit. That is not how you spell conduit. There we go. Craft up 8 of those for me, please. Shouldn't take them long to do. And I'm gonna need another one of these guys. Which means we're gonna have to go over there and craft. And it is still getting laggy for me here. For some reason I've got a very high entity count. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I need another one of these guys. I think it's just because I need to be rebooting Minecraft. It's been running for quite a long time. Yeah, craft those up for me. Oh god, yeah, it is. It is super laggy. Like I have 0 frames. I'm gonna want the hydrogen, which is gonna be the blue side. So I would say I put it down like such. The problem is I have oxygen in here. Actually, I think I know how I can do this. Let's grab a tank. From Mekanism. Not these tanks. Like a gas tank. Oh, it's gonna be really laggy on me now. Because of all these Mekanism tanks. I don't know why it lags ME or NEI so badly, but it does. It's actually struggling to get through it. Here we go. Quick, give me an iron dust. We're almost done. Almost done, guys. I just gotta pick it up. I gotta fix a problem that I created. We'll try and get through this. Oh, I can't output it. Yes, I know. See, water vapor, tritium, ooh, DT fuel, ooh. Oxygen and sulfur dioxide gets sulfur trioxide, but I don't want that. This is what I want right here. I suppose I can't, like, try and pump it, right? Using the did I stick it into here? By chance? I don't remember what the name of that thing is. Well, there's only one of them in the system, if there is, so it should be somewhere down here in the ones. Here it is. Configurator. There. Is it pulling? No. I'm not exactly sure this is connected. Apparently it can't do anything like that. But I wanted to pull that out. I want the oxygen out. I don't know how to get rid of it. Let me see if I can find a way to get rid of it. So I've decided to do it the quick and dirty way. I'm going to lose some of the stuff out of it, but I'm just going to delete the one I had and basically cheat in one. Oop. Basically what it's doing is it's clearing the inventory of the chemical infuser because there is no other way of doing it apparently. So we're going to put There we go. Chlorine on one side. And we want to go like so. We got hydrogen on this side, and we should be able to get hydrogen chloride. Perfect. So what we want to do is we want to run this down here. Actually, oh no. I'll go get that in a little bit. No, that is not what I wanted you to do. We're gonna need a few more tubes. If I remember correctly, we've got them being processed. There we go. I'm just gonna run this like so. Oh, needs to be right there. Ooh, not enough energy. That could be a bit of a problem. None of these guys have enough energy. We've got brine actually filling up. The reactor's running, or not running actually, because this is all full. I think it's just a problem with the cables that we have. So I think we're going to have to run some more cables. But the idea is, yeah, we've got hydrogen chloride in there. We should be able to throw some iron onto there. It should go into this guy. Oh boy, we getting frame hits, that's for sure. This guy's hurting on energy as well. Shards continue. And yes, I mean for this to be kind of messy because you're not supposed to be able to go down here. So this is going to make the shards into the clumps, and it's just going to continue on. Perfect. That means the system's working, kind of. We obviously have energy problems, and we need to solve them. I'm going to step out here. Can I get better frames if I move away from that area? Not really. Not really. We'll have to see what happens if I unload the world. You know, start Minecraft over again. It should help things out. We'll have to see. With that, guys, we've got 4x Minecraft mechanism processing hooked up and running. It's a matter of prettying things up, working out some details. I think the first thing we're going to do next episode, I'm going to upgrade the reactor one more time. I think I can make it a little bit bigger before we push it to its extreme in a different way. And we're going to have to run some new cabling. Ooh, there's some power being grabbed. That might be where my power is going right now. That might be my entire problem. But that's okay, we're going to run some more power going through. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, take it easy.